high quality makeup items at the drugstore, which is basically just all my favorite drugstore products. I have not always been a huge fan of drugstore items. I love high-end just as much as the next girl. That's what I used all throughout high school and college. And when I got married, my husband, he's very into saving money and budgets, and he really encouraged me, aka said, this cannot happen. You cannot spend this much money on makeup every month. So I thought, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to shop at the drugstore. Like, I don't even know what to get. And I thought that this was gonna be a huge ordeal, but it's actually been a ton of fun. It's like now a hobby for me to go to the drugstore and try out all the different foundations and all the different products and find out which ones I really do love just as much as my high end. So I just went through my cupboards and my drawers and pulled out the things that I think are the best. I have a lot of drugstore products that I love, but these are the ones that I really, really love and would totally recommend to everyone. So there's a lot of products. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is primer. I am obsessed with primer. I have very, very, very oily skin, and by the end of the day, like, I just end up looking like a greasy pizza. In every picture you see of me in high school and college before I found out what primer was, I just have, the first thing you go to is my giant forehead, which is big enough on its own anyways, let alone when you add a bunch of shine to it, it's just not a good situation. So I love primer, and I feel like I've tried a bajillion different kinds. A bajillion, is that even a word? I feel like I've tried a ton of different kinds of primers, and Palladio is amazing. This is the Palladio eyeshadow primer. It just comes with this cute little doe foot applicator. I put it on my eyes, let it dry before I apply my eyeshadow, and it makes the colors more vibrant and it doesn't crease. Like I said, I'm super oily even on my eyelids, and within an hour without primer, my eyeshadow will crease, and this stuff is so, so great. I reach for this over any of my high-end eyeshadow primers. I love it. We're gonna let the lawnmower pass by. And for face primer, the Palladio Herbal Foundation Primer is so, so good. It is a dupe of the Smashbox Photo Finish. That darn lawnmower, it's gonna be the death of me. As you can see, it just comes out clear. I don't know why I'm swatching it because you can't see it, but it really does fill in my pores, gets rid of fine lines, and most importantly, it makes my makeup stay for hours. When I have a really important event to go to, I will wear the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, but I swear that outlasts this by maybe an hour. This is almost as good, if not just as good, as the $30 primer that you can get at Smashbox. I love this stuff. I wear it every day. When it comes to foundation, I am a big fan of high-end products. I think if you're gonna put something on your skin, it should treat your skin well, and it should look like skin, and it should stay all day, which is really hard with my oily skin. So I'm a huge fan of my high-end foundations, and I've tried really hard to find a good drugstore brand. And honestly, I feel like I've tried every brand in the world, and the best for my type of skin is Revlon Color Stay. I love this Revlon Color Stay Whipped. I'm in color 320 Warm Golden. I don't know why you'd want to know that. You probably don't. But it just comes out. It is a whipped foundation, so it's kind of like a gel consistency. Not gel. I don't know how. It's whipped. I don't know how to describe it, but I really, really love it for summertime. It is not too heavy on your skin, and it doesn't melt off my skin. For a more full coverage foundation, I am obsessed with these two together. The Revlon Color Stay 24 Hour and the Revlon Photo Ready. When I combine these two, it's like my perfect foundation. The Revlon Color Stay is awesome for oily skin, but it is a little thick. Like, I couldn't even get it out of here to show you. Like, you have to really shove it out of this bottle. It's very thick and it kind of looks cakey on me, so I love to mix it with this Revlon Photo Ready, which is way too oily for me. So I love having these two different products because I love to be able to customize the coverage that I'm getting and the finish that I'm getting. If it's wintertime, I might use a little bit more of the dewy one. If it's summertime, I might use a little bit more of the dry. And that way I can just customize exactly what I want my face to be looking like that day. And even more than that, I get them in two different colors. I buy one a little bit darker, one a little bit lighter, and that way I can match my face to whatever color my body is, because my face is the whitest thing you'll ever see in your life. I have a lot of acne scarring throughout my cheeks and pigmentation that I'm trying to get rid of, so I'm using a lot of whitening masks, and I think the whitening masks just bleach out my face. So I love having these two colors. I can really customize exactly the color and coverage that I want to end up with. Okay, moving on to face powders. Again, I'm super oily. I have to have a face powder that is on point, that's gonna keep my oil in check. And it's been really hard for me to find a drugstore product that works, but I just tried this Rimmel Stay Matte Long Pressed Powder. Oh my gosh, it works so well for a drugstore product. I have it in color 005 Silky Beige. I adore this stuff. I just use it to set around my forehead and my cheeks, and it really does keep my oil in check for a few hours. I still have to blot and powder throughout the day, but this stuff is really nice. My go-to drugstore concealer is the Maybelline Age Rewind Dark Spot Eraser. I love this stuff. It gives such a full coverage, high beam under eye highlight. If you have dark circles, this is the stuff for you. I don't really have any dark circles or bags under my eyes. I just kind of do it to have that extra highlight so that my face isn't flat. But this stuff is so good. I love my MAC Pro Longwear. That is my holy grail under eye concealer, but this is next in line. This is what I'm using more on a daily basis because, like, let's get real. If I'm gonna spend $25 on an under eye concealer, I'm wearing that on a special occasion. I'm a mom. I'm sitting at home most days hanging out with my daughter and my husband. You can guarantee that I'm rocking these drugstore products way more than I am wearing the high-end products. So I love this Maybelline Age Rewind. It just has this little ball at the end that you turn the bottle and the product comes up into this little guy, and then you can rub that under your eyes. And let me try and swatch. I'm horrible at swatching things, so warning. But as you can see, it is a really high coverage, bright under eye. I love the way it turns out, but that does intimidate a lot of people. So I also love the L'Oreal Paris Magic Lumi, and if you can even see them, the Magic Lumi is a lot more sheer than the Maybelline Age Rewind, but it does just kind of give you that glow underneath your eyes, whereas if you wanted to actually cover up a dark spot, I would definitely use the Maybelline Age Rewind. And just because I'm obsessed with under eye concealers, I'm gonna throw in a third one, the Rimmel London Wake Me Up Anti-Fatigue Effect Radiant Glow Concealer. That's a mouthful. This stuff is also really great if you're a little bit afraid of under eye concealers. It goes on so sheer, but it does have that radiant effect where it really does make your skin look glowy over your cheekbones and really does make you look awake and alive without looking like you have a very heavy under eye concealer. Okay, moving on to bronzers. I am a little bit addicted to bronzers. I have so many different shades, and this one from Rimmel London is in my top 3. It is the Rimmel London Natural Bronzer in color 022 Sun Bronze. I love this stuff. It blends out so beautifully. It looks like skin on your skin. You can't even tell that you have a bronzer on. It just gives you a really pretty glow, but you can also really build it up to give you that heavy contour. This stuff's awesome. I love it. Moving on to blush. I love blush, you guys. I have a small addiction. I think I have more blush than I have anything else. And I just love getting all the different colors, and I think that it really brings your face alive. But I hate drugstore blushes. I feel like when I put them on, they'll either break up on my cheeks because I am so oily, they'll get really splotchy, or they'll oxidize where I'll put them on and a couple hours later they're a completely different color than they were when I had first put them on. And so I've really shied away from drugstore blushes, and I like to keep to my high ends. But I just tried a couple months ago the Milani Baked Blushes. Oh my gosh, where have you been my whole life? These things are so beautiful. I know I'm way late on the Milani train. Everyone is already obsessed, and I've been watching it on YouTube, and I live in a pretty small town. I don't have a CVS, and my Walgreens isn't big enough to carry Milani, which, I mean, first world problems, let's talk about it. But my husband and I were in Long Beach just a few weeks ago, and I saw CVS and I was like, oh my gosh, Mark, turn around, we have to go. And I went in and picked up a bunch of different colors, and these two are my absolute favorite. Number 10 Delicioso Pink and 05 Luminoso. You can get away with having one foundation, one under eye concealer, one bronzer, but when it comes to blush, I think you should have a few different options because different looks call for different blushes. If you're doing a more natural look, you're gonna want a more natural blush. If all you've got is this hot pink stuff and you're going for natural, that isn't really gonna work out for you. I'm gonna try and swatch these for you. But like I said, I'm horrible at it. These are the two colors, obviously Delicioso Pink and Luminoso. They go on so sheer, but they're absolutely buildable to where they can be big and bold, and I just love them. They don't break up on me. They make you look very fresh. They don't oxidize. They are that color and they stay that color, and I love them. Moving on to eyes, I'm just really gonna quickly breeze through what I use on my brows and my eyeliner. For eyeliner and brows, I use Maybelline Eye Studio. For my eyeliner, I use Blackest Black. That's what I've been using for years. It's just a gel liner, and I use an angled brush to apply it. I love it. There's nothing better. And for my brows, I will use a very light hand with the color brown. Nothing comes close to my high-end brow pencils, except if I am trying to do an all drugstore look, I will use this. It works really well. You just have to use a very light hand or else you end up looking like you have on tattooed eyebrows. For mascara, I have two. I love the L'Oreal Telescopic Shocking Extensions Mascara. I've been using this since the day it came out. I love it. I love the brush. I love a lot of things. I'm using the L word. I'm throwing it out there like it doesn't even mean anything. The brush is amazing, and it really gets in between my lashes and makes them look very, very long. I really like this for my bottom lashes. It works really well. And I just tried this Miss Magna because I follow Casey Holmes on Twitter, and I feel like everyone and their dog was tweeting her saying, "Oh, thank you for recommending this. It's changed my life. I love it." So of course I went and picked it up, and it is amazing. It doesn't necessarily lengthen, but it does give you tons and tons of volume. So on days when I'm not wearing falsies, I definitely reach for this. Moving on to eyeshadows, I'm obsessed with the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour Infallible eyeshadows. These are amazing. I'm loving all of the colors, especially this one, Amber Rush. Oh, be still my soul. Nope, I can't say that. Amber Rush is like so perfect. It is beautiful. Brown, green, or blue eyes, especially blue eyes. This makes my eyes pop. I love wearing this. It is so, so gorgeous. I follow an Australian YouTuber that had posted a picture of this on her Instagram, and I immediately went out and bought it because it is so, so beautiful. It's very pigmented. You can put it on a sheer wash for all over your eyes, or you can really build it up for a more dramatic look, and it is just so pretty. Good job, L'Oreal. And the other eyeshadows that I absolutely love are Makeup Geek. You know, you've heard of them. These are actually half MAC and half Makeup Geek, so I'm sorry about that. But the honest truth is I cannot tell a difference. The MAC are, I think, like $12 or $12.99 online, and these are $5.99. They are such high quality eyeshadows. I really don't have anything else to say except that these are amazing. They are so, so beautiful. They have an awesome color range, a lot of different things to choose from, and like I said, the price, it can't be beat. You can't walk into a CVS or a Target or a Walgreens and pick these up. You can order them online, and they are worth it. Really quickly, brushes. It is so important to have quality tools. You can buy a $60 foundation, but if you're not putting it on with a good brush, it's not gonna look good on your face. So I'm a huge advocate for high-end brushes, but I love Real Techniques. You can get them at Ulta. This one's my favorite, the Expert Face Brush. I use it for contouring. I use it for all over. I have like 4 of them, and I love them. They just are really dense. Their bristles don't shed, and they really do deposit your product really, really well. And then this is really embarrassing to show. It's a beauty blender from Sonia Kashuk. It used to be brown, but now it's clearly the color of my face, which that's disgusting. I should have washed it. I'm sorry. But this is real life, people. I didn't have time. My baby's napping. I gotta get through this. I'm a huge fan of flat top kabuki brushes to apply my foundation until I tried this. It is so easy, and it makes my foundation look beautiful. It really has stepped up my foundation game when I started using this. And again, it's from Sonia Kashuk. I got mine at Target, and it's like half the price of a beauty blender. It works really well. I'm gonna put it away because it's dirty, and that's gross, and I should have washed it. Sloppy manners, my bad. And last but definitely not least is lip products. I am such a lip product junkie. I see a new color and I have to have it, even though sure, I have that color orange in 6 different brands. What if that one's a little bit different? You know, they're so similar, but they're so different. That's how I feel about every lip color. The ones I decided to show were these Maybelline New York Color Elixirs. Right, no, the Elixirs. The Elixir Colorsationals. I love every single shade. I'm just gonna show you 2 of these. Look, one swatch, and it's so, so pigmented. This one is in Vision in Violet, and this one is Hibiscus Heaven. And what I love about these is they do go on really glossy, but when that gloss fades away, I feel like they stain my lips. It doesn't say anywhere on the bottle that it is a stain, but these really do have such great staying power. And my favorite lipstick range is the Milani lip products. They are so beautiful, so insanely pigmented, and they have really great staying power too. And what I love the most about them, oh, aren't those so pretty? This one is Hot Pink Range, and this one is Sweet Nectar. Sweet Nectar is seriously one of my favorite lipsticks in the whole wide world. I wear it on the daily. But what I really love about them is they totally smell like watermelon, which who doesn't want that? Okay, so that's all I'm going to show you for today. I could go on for hours, but I have a feeling that this video is already going to be a little bit long. I'm going to have to edit some down to make sure that y'all don't get bored watching. But I just am excited about drugstore products. It took me a while to warm up to the idea, but now I'm in love. If you guys liked this video, please feel free to share it with your friends, and please subscribe to my channel. I am just starting out making videos, and it would honestly mean so much to me if you would subscribe. I'd be so grateful. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Do you guys ever do this where you're like in a public place and you act like you're checking your phone, but really? That's embarrassing. Can you hear that?